Hey everybody, it's Steve with Real Progressives, and it's pretty late, and I decided that I was going to do a very, very quiet live stream. I'm not in my normal area that I would do a live stream, and I'm chilling, and I'm trying to work out some things over on my television over here. I am watching The Big Short. And it made me realize something. I'm watching this. I'm thinking to myself, all the people that thought they knew what was going on right before the great financial crisis, they were absolutely positively sure that they knew exactly what was going on. When the guy discovered all the mortgage-backed securities were like less than B rated, and they were all garbage. When he realized that, and he went to short the mortgage market, which was unheard of, they laughed at him. They thought he was insane. And lo and behold, he was right. And so you think, every time we bring up modern monetary theory to people, they don't realize that the very people that were able to see the great financial crisis that occurred were the people within the modern monetary theory network. People like William Black, people like Stephanie Kelton and others. They saw straight through this whole thing. They already knew what was going on. They were able to see this thing for what it was. They were able to see the crisis through understanding sectoral balances, going back to the Clinton bomb. We have watched so many things that the classical economists have butchered and gotten wrong. And you wonder, why do people cling to the demons of classical economics? Why do they cling to these things? And it is a religion. People mock us for being a cult. People mock us for, wanting to have a New Deal and wanting to see, economics be distributed justly and see us tending to the people. They mock us, but then when you look at it, they're saying they want a New Deal. They're saying they want the environment fixed. They're saying they want to see student loans eradicated. And then when we tell them how to do it, they act like the people that have been saying all along it was impossible are the ones to listen to, and that we can't possibly do this. It's amazing to me how many people think they're woke, but they couldn't be any more asleep if they were on Ambien. It's like they're taking a huge hit of reefer and just sleeping the night away. They are literally caught in a zombie death spiral, and they will not let go of this wrong-minded belief. Now, here's one of the biggest curses that I think that, sorry about the shaking of the phone, I'm doing this very unorthodox here. But you look and you say, wow, some guy many years ago wrote in a Bill Mitchell blog called this Modern Money Theory. And once it was called Modern Money Theory, it stuck. Now, people get caught up in that word theory. And it's like, they don't know anything about economics, but they catch that one word and they don't go any further. It's the most embarrassing thing I have ever seen in my life. I have never seen something so revoltingly stupid. So you look back and you look at Abel Lerner and functional finance. Now, if I told you that we worship at the altar of functional finance in our cult meetings, people wouldn't think twice about it. Functional finance? Oh, wow, what's that? If I told you that we are basically new Keynesians that understand how the banking system works, people wouldn't flinch at that. But you use the word modern monetary theory, and these people go into full zombie mode. Full zombie mode. It's just amazing how the mind works. And it's just amazing to me that as we sit there and we try to educate people how we can break the ties that bind us to the idiocy that keeps us trapped, they cling to those balls and chains. They cling to it. And I understand brainwashing. I wasn't born on some other planet. I experienced all the same aesthetic. I experienced the same textbooks. Hell, I experienced all the same stuff. But here we are, dealing with a vast majority of Americans that claim to want a New Deal, claim to want to clean the environment up, claim to want to get rid of student debt, claim to want to give free college for all, claim to want to do all these things, but couldn't pay for it if you gave them the entire blueprint for how it's done. They would still tell you you're wrong. It's just a theory. I'm not joking. What the hell? So as I watch The Big Short yet again, I realize the people in this country are so endeared and tied to the myths that keep them down that it's going to require an unrelenting assault by our ever-growing army, by our ever-growing group of people that understand what's going on. It's going to require near militant, constant grinding to make sure this stuff happens. I'm Steve Grumbine with Real Progressives. Have a good night, everybody.